Hello beautiful people, welcome back. From the past few years, I have been giving you non-stop tips and tricks, right? But none of that can work if you don't play with a role and responsibility of your team. I have seen players who is assaulting at the beginning of a game and then all of a sudden, they switch their role to sniping. You cannot play like this. So in this video, I'm going to explain you about the roles and which role you should choose in your squad. But before we start, make sure to drop a like because I need 800 likes on this one. So please complete the like aim because it only takes just a second to like any video. Anyways, let's start. First things first, why you should divide your squad into roles. The game does not force you into different roles. In fact, that would technically go against what a battle royale game is all about. Squad roles are not something you are going to work out with a pickup group, and you should not try to force them. Dividing your team into roles is for pre-made teams, people who know each other and can communicate strategically. And communication becomes far more effective when every player in a squad has their own part to play. Dividing a squad into roles also means that you can more realistically distribute loot without one player hoarding all the good stuff and gimping the others. For example, if you know one of your squad mates is a solid sharpshooter, you are going to let them have all the sniper gear they need to get the job done. So, what exactly are the roles you can have in a squad? Assuming you are playing in fours, the split is quite simple. Role number 1, in-game leader. As it says on the tin, the in-game leader is the brains of the operation, the one piece of the puzzle that glues the rest of the team together. When most people see the term leader, they assume it means you get to boss people around. But that's just a recipe for disaster. The IGL in esports has a challenging part to play. They are the main decision maker for their squad, and as you probably understand, making decisions in this game is not straightforward. An IGL needs good situational awareness and solid knowledge of the game. They need to consider the strengths and the weaknesses of the squad when determining what course of action to take when shots are heard nearby. A lot of squads choose to have their sniper be the IGL since they have a much better view of the map. However, they can actually be anyone on the team that is not going to be directly in combat most of the time. Role number 2, Scout. Also known as an entry, a scout is the information gatherer of your squad. This role aims to check out new locations and get a lay of the land before the rest of the squad follows. An ideal scout is a player who knows how to move through terrain and buildings without being detected and can quickly communicate what they see. A scout's equipment needs to be relatively light. It should be able to support both close and up to mid-range combat engagements. They also need to have deep map knowledge. Knowing the nooks and crannies of a map's points of interest is crucial for a scout to be able to move quickly and without getting caught by enemies. In a pinch, a scout can fill in for the IGL if they fall in battle. Role number 3, Fragger. The player in this role needs to be good at two things: shooting and taking advantage of blind spots. In other words, this is the player that is going to ideally rack up the most kills in a match. Therefore, you want them to have decent stuff. But being a fragger doesn't mean you go around shooting enemies on sight. You've got to be smart. While your team is drawing fire, you need to take the side path and flank your enemies from an angle they won't expect. That means you will need guns that are powerhouses at mid-ranges, but on some occasions, you may need something that reaches a bit further. A fragger should also have a few grenades to toss and some decent armor for survivability. Role number 4, Support. Also called a spoiler, the support role is a bit of a mixed bag. It will greatly depend on the kind of the team that you are running, the map, and what additional functions you need. The main thing that all supports should do is hold positions. On a lot of occasions in the game, you will need to take refuge or cover while your team reloads and heals. This position should be controlled by the support while the squad does its thing. The gear a support takes wildly depends on your squad. If you don't have an actual sniper, having one on a support with half-decent skills is better than none. You may also want to double the firepower by mirroring your fragger's setup. Whatever the case may be, gear needs to be chosen based on the bigger picture. Supports should also have the most storage among the team to carry supplies, such as additional ammo and healing items. This effectively means that the bigger backpacks need to go to your support to ensure optimal capacity. Now let's talk about the main part, that is, how to split squad roles. Choosing roles for your squad depends largely on each player's individual strengths. Considering you're looking to develop your skills in esports, that means you need to look at each other's skills as objectively as possible. Just because your friend likes sniping doesn't mean he's good at being a sniper. Maybe he's better suited as a scout because he knows the map inside out. It's important to look at the grander scope of how victory is achieved in the game. Being selfish and taking up a role that doesn't fit your capabilities will only hold your squad back, and winning will get tougher for your squad. So choose your role wisely and use that role accordingly. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for the tips. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and most importantly, subscribe the channel if you are new. And now, enjoy my potato gameplay. Peace.
एक दो पता नहीं उस टाइम दिख रहा था पीछे पीछे
Watch out!
तो कैसे मारा नहीं हूँ पिंग 160 आ रहा उसके बाद मिनी मारेगा आराम से पिंग अचानक हाई हो गया यार क्या बोले मरा कैसे हमको लगा मर गया हम देखा हम मर गए डैमेज
Marked a location.
पता नहीं यहाँ पे फुटस्टेप नहीं आ रहा वेरॉल में कैंप करता होगा मेरा पास आ जाओ
Watch out!
हाँ हाँ भाई है
Watch out!
ऑन नहीं देख लो वही कर जा हम लूटे रहे तो पता नहीं घर में भी है हम तो देखे मारे हैं 2 बुलेट अबे इसका बंद उतरेगा
Watch out!
कैंप पर गाड़ियाँ बंदा नहीं बॉट है बंदा था ले लिए दोनों हाँ दे तू जाहिला पीछे से आया बाहर से
Watch out!
हाँ ले जा सकते इधर एक कमान नॉक दिए थे तो प्लीज Right. 20 था इधर
Watch out!
निकल गया
Marked a location.
तो फट गया अबे ऊपर बहुत कमाने का
Thank you.
और दुकान हिल ले यही से मारा था
Marked a location.
तरफ भी था
Marked a location.
मारने तो बेटा को किधर से मारा था
We are number one.